Do you ever feel like your energy and happiness are slipping through your fingers, leaving you emotionally drained and powerless? Are you caught in situations that feel like a never-ending loop where every attempt to break free seems futile? You're not alone. Everyone at some point feels trapped in a toxic cycle, whether it's a draining job, a harmful relationship, or negative influences. We tell ourselves it's impossible to walk away, that staying is the only option. But what if I told you that walking away could be the strongest, most liberating decision you'll ever make? In today's video, we'll explore the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy built on emotional resilience and virtuous living. Together, we'll uncover 13 powerful lessons that show how walking away isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of profound strength. These lessons, inspired by the teachings of philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, will empower you to reclaim your peace, break free from negativity, and focus on what truly matters. Think about it. How much time do we spend clinging to things that drain us, hoping for change that never comes? How often do we ignore the voice inside us telling us to let go? Walking away doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing yourself, your peace, and your future. Whether you're dealing with toxic people, overwhelming stress, or situations that no longer serve you, this video is here to help. By the end, you'll have the tools and insights to take that courageous step toward a life of clarity and purpose. So, are you ready to walk away from the noise and step into your authentic power? If so, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me on this transformative journey. Together, we'll explore how Stoicism's timeless wisdom can guide us in choosing freedom, self-respect, and peace. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Not everything deserves your energy. Imagine life as a bustling marketplace, each stall representing a different part of your life: relationships, careers, hobbies, and daily interactions. Your time and energy are like a basket you carry, limited in size and capacity. As you navigate this crowded market, every trinket you pick up and every stall you linger at takes up space in your basket. Seneca wisely reminds us, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. This truth echoes through the marketplace. Some stalls brim with warmth and possibility, offering connections and activities that inspire and energize you. Others, however, are overrun with negativity, gossip, toxic relationships, and unfulfilling commitments that leave you feeling depleted. The key to thriving in this marketplace lies in discernment, choosing what fills your basket wisely. Ask yourself, does this align with my values and goals? Does it uplift me or leave me drained? Is this the best use of my energy? Walking away from draining stalls isn't cruel, it's an act of self-care. By consciously deciding where to invest your energy, you create room for growth, fulfillment, and genuine joy. By learning to choose where your energy goes, you've taken the first step toward reclaiming your power. But to truly protect that power, you'll need to set boundaries, both with others and yourself. Let's explore how boundaries aren't selfish, but essential. Lesson 2: setting boundaries isn't selfish. Picture life as a dance floor, where each interaction is a movement in a delicate dance. For the dance to remain harmonious, every dancer must respect the space and rhythm of others. Boundaries are like these spaces. They allow for freedom of movement without collision. Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized living in harmony with one's nature and values. Setting boundaries isn't about building walls to shut others out, but about creating a space where you can thrive. It's not selfish, it's a form of self-love. Yet many of us hesitate to set boundaries, fearing we'll appear selfish or push people away. True self-love, however, involves prioritizing your well-being so you can show up fully in authentic, meaningful connections. By setting boundaries, you ensure your energy and emotions remain protected. Walking away from someone who repeatedly disrespects your boundaries isn't an act of abandonment, it's an assertion of self-respect. It sends a clear message: I value myself enough to not tolerate disrespect. Remember, the relationships that truly matter are the ones where boundaries are honored and respected. By protecting your emotional space, you invite connections that are rooted in mutual understanding and harmony. Lesson 3. Closure isn't always external. Closure. We often imagine it as a perfect ending, a heartfelt apology, a definitive conversation, or an external sign that tells us it's time to move on. But what happens when that closure never comes? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, offers this wisdom: waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. True closure doesn't depend on others, it's something we cultivate within ourselves. We naturally crave answers, apologies, or validation to feel at peace. Yet relying on external factors for closure can keep us stuck, waiting for something we cannot control. Instead, the key to healing lies in turning inward. Through self-compassion, you can validate your emotions, acknowledge your pain, and release yourself from self-blame. Forgiveness, both for yourself and others, becomes a tool for liberation. It's not about excusing someone's actions, but freeing yourself from the weight of resentment. Ask yourself not, why did this happen, but what now? What lessons can you take from this experience? How can you grow and move forward? Walking away without external closure is an act of courage and empowerment. It's a choice to stop waiting and to take charge of your own healing. The treasure of peace lies within you. Lesson 4. Growth often lies outside your comfort zone. Picture your comfort zone as a cozy cottage, surrounded by the familiar routines and patterns of daily life. It feels safe, predictable, and warm. But what if this comfort is also keeping you from experiencing the fullness of life? Seneca reminds us we should not fear death, but fear the possibility of never genuinely experiencing life. Growth often waits for us just beyond the boundaries of our comfort zone. The allure of staying comfortable is understandable. In our cottage, we know the rules and outcomes, but too much comfort can lead to stagnation. Outside the cottage lies a vast landscape of opportunities, uncharted territories where new passions can be discovered, hidden talents revealed, and old limitations shattered. Stepping out is challenging. It might bring uncertainty, obstacles, or moments of self-doubt. But discomfort is often a sign of growth. It strengthens resilience, teaches valuable lessons, and allows us to reimagine what we're capable of. Start small. What's one thing you've been hesitating to try because it feels unfamiliar or risky? Take that first step. Each move beyond your comfort zone builds confidence, broadens your perspective, and opens doors to transformation. The most remarkable adventures, relationships, and achievements lie in the unknown. Dare to leave the cottage behind and embrace a life of discovery. Lesson 5. You can't change others. Imagine life as a flourishing garden, with each plant representing a person in your world. Some plants thrive with your care, while others grow wild, overtaking the space you've carefully cultivated. It's tempting to focus on fixing or controlling these unruly plants, but as Epictetus wisely said, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters, so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Have you ever poured your heart into helping someone, only to feel frustrated when they didn't change? It's hard to accept, but their growth is their responsibility, not yours. By letting go of this burden, you free yourself to focus on your own well-being and growth. Trying to change others often leads to frustration and neglect of your own well-being. It's like pouring water into a barren plot, hoping it will bloom. Instead, redirect your energy toward what's within your control, your actions, thoughts, and emotional well-being. Walk away from the futile pursuit of control over others and focus on cultivating your own garden. This isn't indifference, it's acceptance. By honoring others' autonomy, you free yourself to nurture the parts of your life that align with your values. Lead by example and let your own growth inspire those around you. Lesson 6. Trust your intuition. Picture yourself in a busy marketplace with countless voices competing for your attention. Amid this chaos, there's one voice that often goes unheard: your own intuition. It's that quiet inner wisdom guiding you toward what feels right and warning you when something doesn't align. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us, don't waste time debating what a good person should be one. Similarly, your intuition doesn't need to justify itself. It simply knows. We've been taught to explain our decisions, especially when we say no. Yet every time we seek external approval, we risk drowning out our inner voice. Trusting your intuition means respecting your own boundaries and values. It's about learning to say no firmly and confidently, without guilt or lengthy explanations. Saying no isn't selfish, it's an act of self-respect. It creates the space you need to focus on what truly matters: people, opportunities, and pursuits that nourish your soul. When your intuition tells you to walk away, listen. It's a compass pointing you toward a life that aligns with your purpose. Trust it, protect it, and let it guide you to the opportunities that deserve your yes. Lesson 7. Walking away doesn't mean giving up. Walking away is often misunderstood as giving up, but what if it's actually a sign of wisdom and strength? Life's challenges can feel like battles, but as any skilled strategist knows, stepping back isn't surrender. It's often the smartest move. When we're in the thick of a difficult situation, emotions can cloud our judgment. By choosing to walk away, we gain the clarity to see the bigger picture. Seneca teaches us to focus on the present, not the futile struggles of the past or anxieties about the future. Walking away allows us to conserve our energy, regroup, and reassess our options. This doesn't mean abandoning your goals, it means pursuing them differently. Imagine being stuck trying to break through a locked door. Sometimes the best solution isn't to keep pushing, it's to step back, find another path, or even build your own door. Walking away is not weakness, it's strategic. Take a moment now. What's one situation in your life where stepping back could give you clarity and strength? Reflect on it and trust that by stepping back today, you're creating space for a brighter future. Trust that by stepping back today, you're setting yourself up for greater victories tomorrow. Lesson 8. Let your actions speak. In a world overflowing with noise, arguments, opinions, and endless justifications, choosing silence can be a powerful act. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that counts." Sometimes the most impactful response is no response at all. We often feel compelled to explain ourselves, defend our choices, or prove a point in the face of negativity, but engaging in fruitless arguments can drain your energy and pull you into unnecessary conflict. Walking away in silence isn't passive, it's purposeful. It sets boundaries, protects your peace, and sends a clear message without wasting words. Silence can also create space for meaningful action. Instead of arguing with someone who doesn't respect your perspective, focus on living in alignment with your values. Let your choices and achievements reflect your integrity and priorities. This doesn't mean disengaging from life or avoiding important conversations. It's about discerning when silence is more powerful than words. In moments of conflict or disrespect, remember, your actions speak louder than any argument. Walk away with grace, focus on what truly matters, and let your life demonstrate your values. Lesson 9. Seek validation within. Imagine yourself as a flower, reaching toward the sun for warmth and nourishment. But what if the sun only shines on flowers of a different hue? This is how it feels to seek validation from external sources, constantly striving for approval, only to feel unseen and unappreciated. Self-acceptance and self-love, constantly striving for your perfect balance so you can judge others. Seneca warns us, it is a poor thing to live on borrowed opinions. When we depend on others' validation, we tie our self-worth to their approval. This fragile foundation makes us vulnerable to disappointment and leaves us questioning our value. True validation comes from within. It means recognizing your inherent worth, independent of anyone else's opinions. Walking away from those who diminish you isn't rebellion, it's an act of self-love. It's about creating space to reconnect with your authentic self and celebrate your unique qualities. Start by practicing self-compassion. Treat yourself with the kindness you'd offer a dear friend. Embrace your strengths, quirks, and imperfections. They're what make you uniquely you. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those who chip away at your confidence. Remember, you don't need anyone else's permission to be enough. Seek your worth within and let your inner light shine brightly for the world to see. Lesson 10. Embrace fresh air. Picture a garden overrun with weeds and withering plants. No matter how much sunlight or water you provide, these unhealthy remnants block new growth. This is how negativity, grudges, regrets, toxic relationships, hinders your ability to embrace fresh starts. Marcus Aurelius encourages us, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Holding on to the past, whether it's pain, anger, or disappointment, weighs us down. It's like carrying a heavy backpack that saps your energy and limits your ability to move forward. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means learning from it and releasing its hold on you. It's an act of courage to clear the weeds and make space for new opportunities, relationships, and personal growth. Start small. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations. Visualize the life you want to create. Spend time in nature or engage in activities that rejuvenate your spirit. Seek support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist if needed. Letting go is a process. It takes time and patience, but with every step, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more open to the vibrant possibilities life has to offer. Clear the space, embrace fresh air, and watch your life flourish. Lesson 11. Protect your sanctuary. Imagine your inner peace as a serene sanctuary, a place of calm and contentment where you can retreat and recharge. This sanctuary is essential to your well-being, yet life's demands and challenges often threaten to invade it. Seneca reminds us that true happiness comes from within, from being present and content with what we have. Yet, we often sacrifice our peace to avoid conflict, please others, or chase external validation. These compromises come at a high cost, leaving us drained and disconnected from ourselves. Protecting your sanctuary isn't selfish, it's necessary. Walking away from toxic relationships, unreasonable expectations, or hostile environments is an act of self-respect. It's a way of choosing peace over chaos and creating space for positivity and growth. Start by setting healthy boundaries. Communicate your needs clearly and don't hesitate to say no when something threatens your emotional well-being. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded and surround yourself with people and activities that uplift you. Remember, your peace is invaluable. Walking away from negativity isn't giving up, it's making room for what truly nourishes your soul. Guard your sanctuary fiercely and allow your inner light to shine, free from the weight of unnecessary burdens. Lesson 12. Master your inner world. Imagine life as a vast ocean. The surface may be turbulent with crashing waves, but beneath it lies a calm and steady current. This serene depth symbolizes your inner world, a source of peace and power that remains unaffected by external chaos. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, teaches us that true freedom comes from recognizing what we can control: our thoughts, emotions, and actions. While the external world is unpredictable, the mastery of our inner world gives us strength to face life's challenges with resilience. Often, we exhaust ourselves trying to control what's outside of us, others' opinions, outcomes, or circumstances. But this pursuit only leads to frustration. True power lies in mastering our inner world. Self-awareness. Understand your triggers and emotional responses. Thought management. Reframe negative thoughts into empowering beliefs. Emotional regulation. Respond calmly rather than react impulsively. Walking away from situations that disrupt your inner peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your emotional well-being, you take control of your narrative. Mastering your inner world is an ongoing journey, but each step strengthens your resilience and empowers you to live authentically, unaffected by life's inevitable waves. Lesson 13. Honor your true self. Picture your life as a beautiful tapestry, each thread representing experiences, choices, and relationships. Some threads bring vibrant colors of joy and growth, while others darken the pattern with negativity and pain. The choices you make, what to weave in and what to let go, determine the beauty of your life's design. Marcus Aurelius offers this wisdom: don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Honoring your true self means choosing threads that reflect your values, nurture your soul, and support your growth. Too often, we tolerate negativity, unhealthy relationships, toxic environments, or situations that drain our energy, out of fear, obligation, or habit. But this tolerance keeps us stuck in survival mode, unable to embrace the life we deserve. Walking away from what no longer serves you isn't selfish, it's self-love. Honoring your true self starts with self-compassion. Recognize your worth even when it feels difficult. Align your actions with your values, even when it requires courage. By letting go of what dims your light, you create space for experiences and people that celebrate your authenticity. Remember, walking away isn't defeat. It's a bold step toward a future where your life reflects the best of who you are.